The first place to probably start is that you all know we're in the season of Advent. And Advent comes from the Latin word adventus. Adventus. Now, what's very interesting, and I didn't know this, I didn't even learn this in seminary, but the word in the Latin, adventus, comes from the Greek, let's look at our next slide, parousia. Now, I did know what that means because that's the Greek term used for the second coming of Christ. So Advent is a preparation, not just for the birth of Jesus, but the second coming of Christ. And so we put it all together. Now, that's why in Advent we have some fasting, because what do we do before a Christian tradition, a Catholic tradition has been lost, is fasting before great feasts. You know, who fasts now before the Feast of the Immaculate Conception? Who fasts now before the Feast of the Assumption or the Annunciation or any of these great feasts that we celebrate? Who fasts before those? We're even lucky to get a small percentage of Catholics to go to Mass on the holy day of obligation, let alone fast before them. And so it's the same with a season, not just a day. We should be fasting a little bit of penitential in the Advent season. Why? Because without some kind of fast, there can really be no feast. And we want the feast of Christmas to be a good one. And it's not just fasting, other forms of penance, prayer, or almsgiving help purify our hearts and prepare us for the celebration of Christmas. This is right out of the Catechism, number 1434. Now, Christmas, as you all know, but we don't think about it, means Christ's Mass. And so it ties directly to the Catholic faith. Only the Catholics, we have Mass. So when you hear people running around, Merry Christmas, they're really talking about Catholics. Christ's Mass. We hope you have a great Mass of Christ on December 25th. That is Merry Christmas, Merry Christ's Mass. And then when people say, oh, well, I don't want to say that, I want to get religious, happy holidays. Well, that also is religious. That's happy holy days. H-O-L-Y, holy days versus holidays, H-O-L-I. And where do the holy days come from? They're all from the Catholic calendar. So when anybody tells you Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays and they want to get away from religion, they can't because this is where it comes from. All right.